How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, this is an update. I know some may know and some may not. This is our royal son, Brandon Walker, and this 53-year-old white man, Jeffrey Zeigler. You know, a few months back, he attempted to murder our royal son. So it says here in the headlines, Michigan man who shot at black teen gets 4 years in prison. Now they said, because I done read so many different articles and I don't know what's what, my royal family. I done read 2 to 10, 4 to 10, you know, all those different type of discrepancies, and I don't know how the law go. I'm not versed on the law. I'm not gonna act like it, but that's amazing to me, because they said white retired fireman has been sentenced to at least 4 years in prison. 53. I just made 53. My husband is 63. Boy, you've been living rough. Boy, you've been sucking on that ignorant oil. So my royal family, let's get into this. I'm gonna refresh your memory, because some people may not know, and some people are new to the true royal family, and welcome to the true royal family. So let's listen to this video.
In a controversial case. Last April in suburban Detroit, a teenager got lost on his way to school and knocked on a door to ask for directions. The homeowner opened the door armed with a shotgun and fired at the teen as he ran for his life. Dean Reynolds has more on the case, where many feel race was a factor.
Security video shows 14-year-old Brandon Walker approaching a stranger's house in Rochester Hills, Michigan last April.
I knocked on the lady's door. Then she started yelling at me. And she was like, "Why are you trying to break into my house?" And I was trying to explain to her that I was trying to get directions to Rochester High.
He had overslept, missed the school bus, and got lost walking to class. He hoped homeowner Dana Zeigler might point him in the right direction. Why he sprints away becomes clear in the next frames. That's 53-year-old Jeffrey Zeigler toting a 12-gauge shotgun, aiming and firing at the fleeing teenager. The shot missed him.
He grabbed the gun, and I saw it, and then I started to run, and then that's when I heard the gunshot.
Dana Zeigler called 911.
I was screaming as loud as I possibly could. He didn't look like a child. He was a rather big man standing there. And also, if he was going to school, we have no schools in our area.
The teen's mother said race must have played a role.
Watching the tape, you could hear the wife say, "Why did these people choose my house? Who are these people?" And that set me off.
Police detective Sean Pace recalled what he told Zeigler during his interrogation and Ziegler's response.
Just admit that you aimed your weapon at this young man, and he took a big drink of water. He looked at me and he says, "I'm tired of being a victim."
Zeigler, who said his house had had 5 previous break-ins, was questioned by his attorney in court on Thursday.
You understand you did something wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
And on Friday, the jury agreed, finding Zeigler guilty of assault. He'll be sentenced next month. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Dean Reynolds, Chicago.
I grew up in suburban Detroit. It breaks my heart to see a story like this.
Yeah,
it really does.
It's just unbelievable. The guy standing on your doorstep and you greet him with a shotgun.
It's believable. Let's shut that down. It's believable. My royal family is believable. There he is. Oh my goodness. You looking rough. You looking real rough. Now my royal family, just to let you know, him and his wife want to double down like they being victims. And the 5 break-ins that they had in their crib was their own family members. I want you to solidify that in your frontal lobe. See, the enemy has no problem lying on our royal son. I have some things I'm going to say, my royal family, but we got another video to watch. Prepare yourself, because I know some people are new on the True Royal Family. I don't say what people normally say, so y'all may not like what I'm going to say. So, we're in present time.
Will spend the next 4 to 10 years in prison for shooting at a black teen who was just asking for directions.
An Oakland County judge slapped Jeffrey Zeigler with that punishment today.
7 investigator Heather Catallo joins us now. And Heather, I know the mother of that 14-year-old boy spoke about her family's pain.
Yes, she did. Lisa Wright told us today her son has been traumatized by what happened. And as a family, they barely go out anymore because the shooting has been so damaging to their trust.
Of course I wanted more. Of course I felt like, he tried to murder my son.
Lisa Wright was hoping that Jeffrey Zeigler would get an even tougher prison sentence for shooting at her 14-year-old son, Brennan. Brennan told police he stopped at Zeigler's Rochester Hills home to ask for directions to his school after he missed the bus. Zeigler had said in the past his wife thought the teen was trying to break into their home, so he fired a warning shot. But the jury saw it differently. Last month, they convicted the 53-year-old retired Detroit firefighter of assault with intent to murder and felony firearm.
Shooting at a teenager leaving your premises has consequences.
Today, Oakland County Circuit Court Judge Wendy Potts sentenced Zeigler to 4 to 10 years in prison.
You do a lot of soul searching. So I do apologize for my actions. I am full of remorse and regret. And I wish I could change something, but we can't go back in time.
This wasn't Zeigler's first run-in with guns. He took a plea deal back in 2004 for discharging a weapon during a road rage case.
If there was a button that I could press for me to pick what color I could be, just so I wouldn't have to deal with this type of stuff, I would have to be your color so I could survive. That's not fair.
Zeigler never said whether race was a factor in the shooting with Brennan, but Lisa Wright says it was.
We moved to Rochester Hills to be in a better area, to be in a safer place. And then when you're in that safe place and in that safe place doesn't want you there, like, I don't really know how to process that.
When this occurred, I was actually deployed to Syria. How can I be over there, serving this country, protecting this country, and my family here is not protected by anyone at all?
Jeffrey Zeigler's attorney says he does not believe his client did anything because of race. He says Zeigler can't fathom being in prison, but he understands that there are consequences for his actions.
All right, my royal family. Now, to the walkers. They are delusional. And, a lot of my fellow YouTubers, we report these stories, and we have all came to a consensus that we are trying to understand why some of our own are shocked by our true enemies' behavior. Y'all need to go on a motherfucking history lesson. Because on the True Royal Family, I talk about the nature of the enemy. None of this shocks me. I often say, in this war, everything that the enemy is doing, that's exactly what the enemy is supposed to do. So, some of my royal family members, and I said some, we need to make a video saying some and not the all, because it seems like people don't hear some and not the all. So some of our royal family members thinking if you move in suburbia and you're around more of the enemy, and the enemy do what the enemy is naturally supposed to do, you're shocked, you're dismayed. Wake the fuck up. We have a duty and responsibility to our royals, my royal family. We have to teach our royal babies about this system. Keep it hardcore. My dear father kept it hardcore to me. He said everything I can tell you about the enemy you can etch in stone. And my dear father was right. He was absolutely right. I done worked on these plantations, and they come menacing, messing with us. They ain't gonna never leave us alone, and even though we ask that one thing for them to leave us alone, they not. Now, this young man could have been killed. And how you perceive your royals is not how the enemy perceive your royals. So you need to come off of this bullshit, because we still got some thinking we're going to be inclusive with near peasants. See, you really need to study about who you are. Pray about it. Meditate on it. Search as much as you can. Allow yourself to feel, my royal family. Royalty has no business around peasants, and that's what they're supposed to do. All the negative things that they do, and that's what they supposed to do. I know y'all don't like hearing what I'm saying, but I'm gonna keep saying the shit until somebody can wake the fuck up, thinking because you around them and your car look good and your bank account look good and your house look good that you are accepted. They wondering why the fuck you there, because they will say you don't belong here. They trying to tell you something. They see something in you that I often say, the kingdom. Can't even see it in yourself because you are reducing yourself down. Now, our royal son Brandon had to get a history lesson. And now he is in shock. His father ain't taught him nothing. They don't give a damn, Mr. Walker, that you are fighting for this country. You can come with your uniform and your medals, or what my father would call a bric-a-bracket. And a bric-a-bracket means something with little or no value. And that's how they look at us. They look at us as fools, like, why would you serve a country that has not respected us, has not paid us our reparations? And as I speak, they're going to continue to keep killing us. So the question that I ask the royal family often, what is your duties and responsibilities in this war? That's it, and that is all, my royal family. So, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.